Experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Celebrate the season with the very best Christmas music ever made with iHeart Christmas. All your favorites 100% commercial free. Just open the app and search Holiday to find iHeart Christmas. Plus other holiday stations and playlists to put you in a merry mood. Open the app and search Holiday to start listening.
AM 1300 The Zone. In sports is on FS1. The one and only Colin Cowherd is bold, unique, and outspoken.
Wow.
You can see him on The Herd, weekdays at noon Eastern on FS1 in the Fox Sports app.
Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to run. When judgment comes for you, when judgment comes for you, what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide? When judgment
So this is Bones, the other guy in the background.
Listen, hold on. We're not gonna hear it.
That's Thugs.
Wait, hold on. Turn it up a little bit. No idea. Talks about his Uncle Charles at some point.
That's a ways off.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man, this hit back in the day, though.
Oh man, because it was them, and it was Twister. Twister. They were fast rappers. It was like a moment in time where fast rapping was like it, and Bone Thugs was rapping fast.
It's impressive.
Yeah,
it is.
It was rapping pretty fast. Twister go fast too now. You pull up some Twister music. Twister hit you with some of the. I mean, he just run it off. You know who else can rap really, really quickly is Busta Rhymes. He can,
of course,
yeah. Busta Rhymes can go real fast too. So, but that was like a real thing. And Bone Thugs and Harmony, they was like putting the harmony in it because they was singing, but they was like rapping really, really fast.
Now, was that recorded after one of those guys died, or was that
stupid?
I don't know. With AI, I don't know how
they're
this
not
stuff
on
works.
the IR, man.
Oh, okay.
They're not on the IR. So.
By the way, this show is sponsored by
No one
DraftKings
died.
Sports.
That was my bad.
Yeah.
An
No, it's
official
all good.
sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. Right now, use the promo code 2pros to claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code 2pros at DraftKings. The crown is yours. I mean, we're running out of time. Should we do the IR at the top of next hour? Is it worth banging out the top of next hour? Because we're really up against it.
I mean, you could always have the end of next hour too.
Wow, we want to have your leftovers.
Yeah, come on.
I feel like your leftovers today are the best leftovers
I feel like I should have had
ever.
the IR. What are you talking about?
I mean, you can have both.
Damn, right?
Whoa.
Happy Monday.
Them Twitter streets.
Whoa.
Twitter streets are not nice.
They ain't nice. They are not nice at all.
Better block that account.
Meet you at the crossroads.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox. You ever feel like running a business is just nonstop? Every day's game day? That's why going pro with Lenovo Pro just makes sense. You get real one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and gear that's built to help you stay ahead of the competition. So whether you're scaling up, hiring up, or just trying to keep up, go pro. Because when your tech works harder, your business does too. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. So sign up free today at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Downtown on 41st Street, there's a crash near I-35 as well as an accident on FM 1626 at Old San Antonio Road. Watch out for a wreck on Palmer Lane at Bellingham Drive, and your stop and go on I-35 northbound, making that drive from Onion Creek over to William Cannon Drive, adding 10 minutes to your Monday commute. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Consider yourself a bourbon connoisseur? Then you belong at Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is proud to pour an exclusive and extensive collection of rare bourbons, whiskeys, and tequilas, including barrel-selected, hand-picked by their team and just bottled for you. Supplies are limited, so check with your favorite lodge to see what you are being poured. Cheers to rare finds, great times, and scenic views at the one and only Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart. The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Beatles Now and Then, celebrating all things Beatles.
Come together, you say goodbye, and I say hello.
Legendary clips, deep cuts, live performances, and all their solo hits. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search the Beatles Now and Then and listen now. iHeartRadio, free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
All right. From the 44-yard line, Manning out there one last time with 21 seconds to go, and they'll just hand it off, and that'll be Baxter moving forward. That'll be the final play of the ball game. Baxter runs out to the 47-yard line, and that'll do it. A lot of respect and admiration and friendship between these two head coaches, Arch Manning, Steve Sarkisian and Kirby Smart, and they greet each other at midfield. The Georgia Bulldogs with the win tonight over the Texas Longhorns, and the Longhorns now drop the 4-2 in SEC play, and they are 7-3 overall. Georgia with the win now runs its record to 9-1, and they are 7-1 in SEC competition. They finish SEC play at 7-1, and now they sit back to wait and see if they've done enough to get into the SEC championship. Final score here tonight: the Texas Longhorns fall to the Georgia Bulldogs 35-10.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Texas goes to Georgia and gets treated like sinners. Sark and the players give their reactions. The Aggies achieve something that no one has ever done. The top 25 is flipped, and teams are in a crucial state. The Texans find a way to get it done against the Titans. The Cowboys take on the Raiders tonight, and they're bringing reinforcements. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to get a chance to win a pair of tickets to go to see Texas men's basketball this week, you got to leave us a message using that new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. There's a talkback feature there. All you got to do is leave a message telling us why you want the tickets and who you are taking with you to that game. We'll have so much more, and we'll give away tickets all week long, so make sure you tuned in to all of the conversations.
Did you say free?
Always free. It's always free when you're dealing with us right here on the always free iHeartRadio app.
If
as
it's
well.
free, I'll take 3.
Well, we're only giving away 2, so you don't count.
Oh, okay.
No, 2 tickets. 2 tickets. You don't get 3. You don't get 3. I wanted to get into this right now because what we saw this past weekend was less than appeasing. It was not what we thought was going to happen. I did my prediction. I had Texas winning the game 24-20. Maybe it was homerish of me. Maybe it was, I thought having a week off and getting into the bye, you would be able to come out and play against a team like the Georgia Bulldogs, knowing what you're up against, knowing what's at stake, Mark. But nonetheless, coming into the fourth quarter, you thought it was a ball game. Everybody was excited. Everybody was like, okay, play here, play there. But there were signs that were telling you it's not going to end well. Texas couldn't run the football. They were relying so much on the pass. They couldn't get any movement up front. And for whatever reason, it seems like the Georgia Bulldogs always find a way to get it done against the Texas Longhorns. Now, the last time Texas won against Georgia, it was in the Sugar Bowl a few years back, and that's when Sam Ehlinger said, we're back, Texas is back, and then since then, Georgia took that personally, and they have dominated the Texas football team.
They have dominated the Texas football team, but it's in part, and you're not a homer. Like, Texas has the tools to, and has the tools to win a game like the one they played on Saturday. A lot of what we look at is more the schematics and the game planning. You had a week off. You had plenty of time to fix a few things, try to shore some things up, and maybe even throw a couple of wrinkles in there. We're going to do something different. I mean, this is Georgia. We haven't beat them in a while. Let's surprise them. Kirby Smart did. And they played an aggressive, mean, agitated style of football that Texas didn't play. You send 6 guys on a rush, and you're 12 yards off the line of scrimmage in front of your wide receiver. Why? What in what defensive world do you do that? There are things that the fans are saying. This is not just my thoughts. I'm saying what I've read as well as what I saw. I'm not by myself. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just saying the facts. You have a wide receiver that has kind of been the quarterback's go-to guy. His roommate, Parker Livingston. 2 shots the entire game. I mean, what happened? The relationship between them went away. You have Mosley, who is stepped up, made some really good catches in the game in the first half. Second half, nothing. You're gonna throw to a tight end that you haven't thrown the ball to very much, if not any, in the last 2 or 3 games. Injuries, who is the kind of the bell cow, spent a lot of time trying to wham block and block people rather than get up and get a 3-yard pass and try to run the ball. Like, there were just things that typically they have done well that they went away from. And I think that those things would have expanded the run game. How about some, direct snaps? How about the quarterback running the ball? Something. If you can't do what you normally do, then you have to have a plan B. Where was that?
Well, here's Coach Sark's opening statement after the ball game, talking about what he saw during this time.
All righty. That was a really good game until the start of the fourth quarter. It was 14-10. They get the ball, and they convert 2 4th downs. They score. They onside kick. They score again. They pop a kickoff down there. We get pinned inside the 10. Shank a punt. They score again. It was 21-0 in the fourth quarter. So great job by Georgia. I thought they did a nice job. I wish we could have taken advantage of a few things earlier in the game, offensively, especially in the first half, that we just weren't able to. And at that point, it was unfortunate because we thought we could have had a more balanced attack, and we didn't, because we got behind in the fourth quarter. We had to start throwing at that point. So disappointing. It was a pretty good game for 3 quarters, and it was not a great game in the fourth quarter, at least not for us. So I think the challenge for us now is we got a 2-week season in front of us, and we got to get up off the mat. We got to go compete, and we got to find a way to go win the next 2 ball games and see what happens. So that's that.
Yeah, and we've had the conversation about the 3-loss team trying to get into the college football playoffs. Oklahoma winning did not help Texas's chances when you start to look at those types of conversations. I know people are like, well, we beat Oklahoma. Well, don't really matter when you got 3 losses. And you got to try to figure out what's going on. But the biggest problem that I've had so far this season is the lack of rushing. We for some reason, you think that you're turning a corner on the running game. And if you can't run the football, there's no play action. There's no threat of that. And Sark talked about the issues that the team has with this rushing attack.
I thought we actually ran it pretty good. We just didn't get enough opportunities.
Well,
where was that?
17 rushes, 17. And the problem that I have with that conversation and that answer is you just told us the game was close until the fourth quarter.
You played 4 quarters, though.
But you just told me it was close for 4 quarters. Why couldn't you run the football? Why didn't you have more rushing attempts? They finished with 35. You had 17 rushing attempts. You have 2 backs that are experienced. The game is still tight. There's still opportunity to control the game, control the clock. Time of possession was not in our favor. They had it for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
It wasn't moving towards what we thought it was going to be. So for me, it's like you still have to give those guys time. There shouldn't have been a rush to get to the line of scrimmage. If you're not going to go up-tempo, then what are we doing?
Well, it's not a funeral yet. I mean,
no, nobody's saying that, but it's that time where you got to understand we didn't run the football.
Right.
And we're in game 11. We're headed into game 11 and 12, and we will not have a 1,000-yard back this year.
No.
And that's what we've been told for years, that they were able to hold their hat. When we come back, we'll continue the conversations. We'll hear from the players. What does it look like for the Texas Longhorns and their possibility of getting into the college football playoffs? Got to win this next game for sure. And we'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football, the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
This Saturday, the Longhorns return home to take on Arkansas. Our coverage begins at 1:30.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Downtown on 41st Street, there's a crash near I-35 as well as an accident on FM 1626 at Old San Antonio Road. Watch out for a wreck on Palmer Lane at Bellingham Drive, and your stop and go on I-35 northbound, making that drive from Onion Creek over to William Cannon Drive, adding 10 minutes to your Monday commute. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. The Texas Longhorns walked into a hostile night in Athens, Georgia, and left with a tough 35-10 loss to the number 5 Georgia Bulldogs, but not without showing some flashes of what this could have been. Arch Manning came out sharp, ripped a couple of big-time throws, and kept Texas in rhythm early, but Georgia's defense lived up to the hype, tightening up in the red zone and turning a promising opening Longhorn drive to just a field goal. The running game struggled to find daylight against the massive Georgia front, putting the offense behind the chains and forcing Texas into too many must-throw situations. On defense, Colin Simmons was electric, bringing pressure, blowing up plays, and giving the Texas Longhorns chances to win by swinging the momentum, but they didn't get it done. Texas had it tough in the fourth, giving up 21 points to lead to the end of the matchup. The Longhorns head home with 2 games left, starting with the Arkansas Razorbacks, 2:30 at DKR, Texas Memorial Stadium. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Life in Austin moves fast. Work deadlines, weekend plans, and more errands than you can count. Feeling stretched thin? With AirTasker, getting help is easy. Post your tasks, set your price, and let local taskers handle the rest. Whether it's tackling a quick fix or finally checking off that big project you haven't had time for, AirTasker has you covered. Download AirTasker today or visit us at airtasker.com and spend less time juggling tasks and more time enjoying your life. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. I can't rest the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. The sweat and that short smells like a dog car. Downy rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Wind Down Wednesday is merging with tailgate season on November the 19th from 5 to 7 at Kane and Abel's. Whether you're winding down your midweek or gearing up for kickoff, Stella Rosa Wines is the perfect refresher. Semi-sweet, semi-sparkling, and full of flavor. Stella Rosa Black, Peach, or Red. You can't lose. My go-to is Stella Rosa Black. It always scores. And during happy hour, we're giving away tickets to Ariana Grande, plus a huge rivalry game in November. All while we're celebrating along Stella Rosa Wines. Don't miss it.
I woke up feeling like cough, congestion, headache was coming on. I thought, no, I have big plans this weekend. So I took Mucinex Kickstart, all-in-one and done relief with a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation. Mucinex Kickstart for relief with a kick at your favorite retailer. Use as directed.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. Busy day here on AM 1300 The Zone. Coach Sark's media availability has been moved up to 11:15. It will start at 11:15, and you can hear myself, Craig Way, and, of course, Cam Parker right here leading up to that conversation with Coach Sark. Busy day on the 40, and it's a busy week. As you heard, we have Wind Down Wednesday. This Wednesday at Cain and Abel's from 5 to 7, we'll be giving away Ariana Grande tickets, and we'll be giving tickets to a future Texas Longhorn football game. Might even get some tickets for this weekend. But before we get a chance to hear from the players, I want to say prayers up to a former player, Chris Boyd. Chris Boyd was unfortunately shot in downtown New York yesterday, as a matter of fact, yesterday morning. And they say that he was in critical condition. I do not have an update as of right now. I have not seen one, but prayers up for former Longhorn Chris Boyd. Chris Boyd was a special team star here at the University of Texas. He's made his way in the NFL doing the exact same thing. He's currently with the New York Jets, and just keep prayers in your mind for him. Also, Bernie Kosar, he's not a former Texas Longhorn, but he is going a liver transplant this morning. He was waiting on a liver, finally got one, and now he's doing a transplant this morning. So prayers up to both of those young men. Let's get into this, because we just talked about the running issues and what was going on with that. And the rushing attack only had 17 yards. And Trey Wisner was asked about what he thought. Did he think he was going to get more carries after that great first quarter?
We're going to do whatever we need to do to win. You know, it's a group, it's a team, collectively. So, Coach Sark and his staff, they do a great job on the play. So, you know, we're just here to execute. We're going to execute how we need to, whenever we need to.
He basically said Coach Sark don't call the plays. We should have did a better job of executing, and we're going to go out and execute what play is being called. But the answer is, yeah, keep giving me the ball, because I was moving it. They were moving the ball. They were getting first downs. They were driving down. I mean, they came up short on that first drive. They scored a touchdown on the first drive. We have a different conversation. Yeah. The energy's totally different. But what you did was you didn't score. You got 3 points. Great. But Georgia's sitting over there. That's a defensive win. That's a defensive win. If you can hold them from 7 to 3, defensive win. And so their energy changed a lot as well. Now they got a chance to go make the adjustments. They settled, and they went and did what they needed to do.
They most definitely did. And rather than harp on the negative part of it, I'm going to hit you with some positive. The positive is Hardge did a hell of a job. He executed the plan. It's unfortunate that the plan did not work, But for all those haters, the people that try to heap all the hate on Arch did what he was supposed to do. He went out there, he delivered balls. He ate a few blitzers that got through. He didn't over scramble, didn't overrun the ball, which I feel like some plays designed for him to run would have been great. Being that you went away from the running attack, but Arch did a good job. And I feel like that there's still improvement since that Mississippi State game. And I wish that they would have been able to capitalize on it.
Arch is a baller. We have established that the game is slowed down for him. He's done everything he needed to do and continued to be that type of player. People that obviously are going to hate on Arch are ones that are just going to hate, period.
Yeah,
because they're not watching the game. They're not watching the game. If you watch the game, he was on point. He made good decisions. He put the ball where it was supposed to be. So those
people holding on to it.
I'm done with them.
That's a different question.
Hey, I got a quick question. How do you feel, Hardge, that Mark just stole your bet being positive?
Did I?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. He wanted to do that. That's what that
was. Did I steal?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We understand. We understand. It's all right. It's all right. Turnabout is fair play. I've done it too. I've done yours before, so it's okay. It's okay. But I do want to get into the point of Michael Taft, and Michael Taft was asked the question if he still thinks that this Texas team is a playoff team.
Yeah, I sure do. We're starting the fourth quarter down 14-10 against a top 5 opponent. You get a stop, you give it to the offense, they go score, now you're up. And now everything that's getting wrote about us is all different, right? So that's the game of football. If you watch the South Carolina A&M game, they get a strip sack and a touchdown, and now it's 30-3. But clearly A&M showed what type of team they were, and so it's just football. You got to be on the other side of it, figure out ways to not hurt yourself.
And they also have to figure out what is next for them. So Arch and Colin Simmons, and of course, Coach Sarkisian spoke about the frustration of losing this game.
Just we got to win the fourth quarter. That's one of our things that we talk about each week, winning the fourth. I thought we were in a pretty good spot, just kind of got out of control. And it starts with me. I got to play better. I got to lead better. And we got to get back to work and stick together throughout these last 2 weeks.
It's very humbling, but, we got to get back to work at the end of the day. Like, we can't soak in on the past, just move forward.
It's a frustrating loss. I would say that. It's frustrating because you feel like you're prepared to play. I really did. I felt like our players were really engaged, ready to go. I thought our staff was. Everybody was. And like I said, it's a 14-10 game against a really good team on the road. Let's go play the fourth quarter. And us just not playing the fourth quarter anywhere close to what the standard is around here is very disappointing and frustrating.
21 points in the fourth quarter. And finally, Michael Taft talked about the Longhorns' effort in the fourth and holding the team accountable and giving the Bulldogs credit as well.
Football is a game of every single play. If you think about it, they score, they go up 21-10, they get an onside kick. Now they have the ball at the 40-yard line. They score again. Now we get stopped. They score again. It's just like that. But if you have the same type of playing as the second and third quarter, then it's way different. So it's not like the big, bad Georgia Bulldogs. It was we hurt ourselves. And like I said, I got to give respect to them because they earned it. They drove down the field and they scored on, I think, a really good defense. And then on their defensive side, they stopped a really good offense, in my opinion. So, at the end of the day, we got to step up as leaders and understand that at the end of the day, it's on us. But it comes down to each play mentality, and we lost a couple of those plays that just hurt us.
It sounds bad to me because I just feel like they got some bad beats There's no way that interception that Arch threw should have been an interception. It was pass interference.
Yep.
There was several times that Colin Simmons was horse-collared. I mean, like, it looked like a pro wrestling clothesline a couple of times that weren't called. But if you don't sell it, then they're not going to see it. You got to exaggerate the fact that I'm being held. You got to exaggerate the fact that, look, man, this guy's hand is around my neck. Like, you know, you got to play the game. And not making any excuses, just saying that, you know, everything that happened in Texas in that fourth quarter was not just Texas's fault.
Right. Texas was flagged for 9 penalties for 58 yards. Georgia had 1 penalty. 1 penalty in a high intense football game. And for the Georgia Bulldogs to only have 1 penalty, Mark just told you, there were plenty of plays where the defensive lineman, Colin Simmons, was being held that were not called. It's ridiculous, but like you said, when we get to the
think
fourth
the
quarter,
SEC don't like Texas, and they're going to keep doing it until Texas just dominates them.
Well, we'll see what ends up happening.
That's just the way it is.
Coming up next, we're going to continue the conversations. I'll give my thoughts on what I saw from the game, and we'll hear from Coach Sark on a couple of things that kind of stood out as well. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Looking onto 290 eastbound, a crash at Old Kimbrough Road is causing some slowdowns. You're also pretty slow on Highway 71 westbound between Wolf over to 130, adding about 10 minutes to your drive. And some stop-and-go speeds on I-35 northbound, a 15-minute delay from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hardball Hardge here, and they say everything's bigger in Texas. And at the Yellow Rose, that includes your Friday steak. From noon to 9, grab a 16-ounce bone-in ribeye that is literally as big as your face. Certified Angus beef, cooked just right for only $20. Then come back for all your football action all weekend long. 2 giant high-def screens with sound plus 12 more TVs for every angle and replay you might have missed. Hungry? $10 rolls, burgers, wings, tenders, and El Pastor pizza got you covered. Yellow Rose, where the views are amazing and so's the steak.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders' soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
When the news overwhelms, clarity matters. NBC News looks deeper and listens wider. Clear reporting, free from opinion. NBC News, reporting for America.
And Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
At In-N-Out, we like to think of ourselves as the vintage muscle car of burgers. After all, both are handcrafted, made with an appreciation for every detail. One with the finest materials, the other with the freshest ingredients. And seeing either one brings a smile to your face. Muscle cars and double doubles are all American classics, and both are gone in seconds.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Get 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil, a Wix filter, and a $15 gift card after rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
De'Aaron Fox dropped in 28 to lead the Spurs past the Kings in San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama did not play due to a calf strain. Texans with a walk-off field goal beat the Titans, improved to 5-5. Monday Night Football, Cowboys face the Raiders in Vegas. Defensive tackle Solomon Thomas out with a calf injury. Longhorns back to work, prep to host Arkansas Saturday. I'm Ron Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
What's up? It's Cam Jordan. I'm back with season 3 of your favorite podcast, the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Yeah! Tap in every Wednesday to hear conversations with my friends and stars from the NFL, the sports world in general, and entertainment about everything from teams and players making waves to pop culture. And I'll take you inside my journey through my 15th season in the NFL. Looking forward to you joining me this season, the season of more, on the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Open your free iHeart app and search Off the Edge and start listening.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Mark Henry, Marcus behind the boards, and of course your boy Hardball Hardge bringing it to you. Coming up in the next segment, we'll talk Texas men's and women's basketball as they had big weekends this weekend on the 40 acres, and we'll give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to win to go see Texas basketball. But right now, let's get right into it because I'll give you my thoughts on the game this past Saturday. It was a great Saturday. Started off great Friday. Suns basketball team wins, goes to Killeen on Saturday morning to go celebrate my grandmother and her twins' 95th birthday. Outstanding time, unbelievable group of people involved. Shout out to my aunt and uncle for holding it down and all the people that were involved in making that day special. And then you get the chance to watch the game that everybody was excited for. 4 versus 10, top 10 matchup, playoff implications. Everything was there. And then all of a sudden you get to the fourth quarter and Texas gives up 21 points in the fourth quarter to end up losing the game 35-10. And there was a moment in the game that everyone was prepared for. The conversation was there. The announcers on TV were talking about it as well. And then it happened, the onside kick. You heard Michael Taft talk about it. If you're prepared for it and you've talked about it, then everybody should have all hands on deck. One of the biggest things that we have talked about is special teams, how they've been great here lately. Well, they found something. And they executed it. And Coach Sark talked about it.
Yeah, not that onside kick in particular, but we knew where we might be vulnerable to one. We actually practiced that kick in practice with anticipation that it might occur, and we didn't field the ball, And so, it was a risk they were willing to take because it's a 21-10 game. we field that ball, we're getting the ball in the plus 45, and with offense with some momentum to go score, they took the risk and they recovered it. And inevitably, those are momentum changing plays for sure in games, any game in particular, but in games like this, those are momentum changing plays. They took the risk, they made the play, and it was a heck of a kick and nice recovery by them.
Heck of a kick, nice recovery. Things happened throughout that game, but most importantly, it was the momentum shifter.
Yeah, it was.
That's when the game changed because you're there. And he says, we practiced it. We didn't execute it. We didn't recover it. We didn't touch it. That's the problem. We didn't get there. And if you are able to advance it, he would have advanced it possibly for a touchdown. He just fell down on his own.
I was wondering why he fell down.
Yeah, you can't advance that. You can just only recover it. You're not able. We, as a team, can get the hop and advance it. Defense can't advance it at that point. You just recover it. You're at that spot. But it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that those are the types of moments that they take the risk and it executes. We haven't had an opportunity to do that. We haven't been in those positions. Another thing that kind of stands out, and this is well documented, so I'm not throwing shade at this particular moment. Coach Sark is 0-3 against Kirby Smart over the past 2 seasons. The numbers, which was all over the broadcast because ABC was talking about it. Texas is now 1-7. Coach Sark's teams are now 1-7 against teams that are ranked in the top 5. And we've talked about Coach Sark and Kirby Smart and how good Kirby Smart is. They've only received 44 points in the 3 games. Texas has only scored 44 points in the 3 games. That's not Texas football. You've got to be able, when you're going up against these types of teams, you've got to go execute. And Coach Sark was asked about the challenge of facing a Kirby Smart coach team.
Yeah, no, they're a great team. He's a good coach. They got good schemes in all 3 phases. They got really good players, and to their credit, that's why they've been kind of the standard of college football for the last 10 years. And so, I've always loved the challenge of playing them, and I'm going to love the challenge the next time we get an opportunity to play them.
And Mark, you said something this morning that really resonated with me about, okay, it's time to stop being a friend, and now it's time for you to go out there and bust his behind, because it's that time that this is your roadblock to greatness. Now you look at what he lost to Kalen DeBoer twice. He's at Alabama now. He lost to Ryan Day twice. Well, yeah, twice. Mm-hmm. And now he's lost to Kirby 3 times. The friendships are just cordial. It's no longer.
I love my big brother.
Yeah.
Love him. Called me at 4:30 this morning. Thanks, Pat. But there was a point when I was in the 9th grade where I was tired of him being big brother in me. I'm like, look, you pat me on the head again, I'm going to fight you.
All right.
I love you, but don't pat me on my head again. That's where Coach Sark has got to get.
Yep.
He's got to get to the point where, look, if it ruins our friendship, it's going to ruin our friendship, but you're not going to big brother me again. My team is instructed to punch you in the mouth every chance we get.
And that's what Kirby is. Kirby
is like, I'm going to punch you in the mouth.
Exactly.
And I don't care what you think.
Right. Right.
And I'm wearing my burnt orange today because as upset as I was, I still love that burnt orange.
Yeah.
And I know that's the way those players over there feel.
Oh, absolutely.
They not changing. Ain't nothing changed.
Nobody's leaving the team. Nobody's walking away from
going back and getting your get back.
Yep.
And Arkansas should be very fearful right now.
Yep.
Because now there's nothing to lose.
Yep.
There's no pressure. Right now, you're out. If I'm out, I'm taking somebody with me.
Yep.
That's the mentality that they should have.
Well, we'll see if they're still out because there's still some outside possibilities. And Coach Sark was asked about his chances to make the college football playoff.
We got a 2-week season in front of us. We got to go play. We got 2 games. It's 2 weeks. Let's go play. Let's put our best foot forward and see what happens.
Let the chips fall where they may.
The 2 games that they play, they win these next 2 games, they can jump up between 10 and 12 because there's going to be other losses.
Right. That's why I say they got to come out and play Texas football.
Right.
And they're playing their final 2 games against a team in Texas A&M, the last game on Thanksgiving weekend.
That's a big winner.
That is a changer.
Right.
But you have to handle Arkansas first.
Don't
let one loss turn into 2.
Yeah.
Because then the conversation is definitely on a whole different subject.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we'll talk Texas men's and women's basketball. And let me just say, those ladies continue to light it up. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is your voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn basketball. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening tip and after the final whistle. Every week, we'll visit with Texas head coach Sean Miller on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorns basketball, the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
On 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Looking onto 290 eastbound, a crash at Old Kimbrough Road is causing some slowdowns. You're also pretty slow on Highway 71 westbound between Wolf over to 130, adding about 10 minutes to your drive. And some stop-and-go speeds on I-35 northbound, a 15-minute delay from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
You know, starting my day off on the right foot is a big deal. I have to be on my game to give you infotainment, and that starts by taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beats Heart Chews from Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You've probably seen their logo on the football field and on the volleyball court. Yep, that Human. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure and nearly 2 times more effective than just diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great and they're easy to take, and they become a part of my daily routine. Super Beats Heart Chews are also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now and even gives you a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/Mike to check it out. That's human.com, Mike, human with 2 N's. Enter the promo code Mike at checkout and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
Hey, Texas fans, Craig Way here. It's time to kick off your deck project with TimberTech. A real decking all-star, TimberTech is the #1 brand in premium decking. It delivers real wood looks without the costly maintenance, and it will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. Plus, with industry-leading warranties, you know your deck will perform at the top of its game season after season. Take a look, and you'll be hooked. Order free samples online at timbertech.com.
No, it's not too soon to start holiday shopping. Ulta Beauty's early Black Friday event is happening now through November 22nd. Shop $10 beauty minis from brands like MAC and Too Faced. Take 30% off Lancome and Touchland fragrances and body mists. With new offers dropping every week, our associates can help you find the perfect gifts. Head into Ulta Beauty today to shop our early Black Friday event. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
Wind Down Wednesday is back November 19th at Kane & Abel's with Stella Rosa Wines. Join Ann Hudson from 96.7 KISS FM and Mike Hardge from 1300 The Zone as they give away sold-out tickets to see Ariana Grande and tickets to the UT versus A&M game. Don't miss your midweek party with Stella Rosa.
At Leaf Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda.
You'll love it at Leaf.
That's right. You'll love it at any Leaf Johnson location. What you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at leafjohnsonford.com.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like one-hit wonders. The greatest one-hit wonders of all time. Ones you definitely remember.
Now whip it.
And ones that'll make you say, oh yeah.
This is the story of a girl.
Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search One Hit Wonders, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good. iHeartRadio.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll talk college football and the rankings. Aggies do the unthinkable, and the Sooners get busy in Tuscaloosa. We'll also have NFL recap and so much more. But right now, I want to get right into the Texas women's basketball game against Texas Southern. And let's just say Aaliyah Crump, Madison Booker, and all those involved got busy.
You've got to be closer to Aaliyah Crump than Texas Southern was on that defensive possession.
That was a little weird right there. Well, Aaliyah Crump, as she always does, finds a way to hit the bucket, and she continues to shoot the ball well at the University of Texas. But you know who's one of the best players in the country? That is Madison Booker.
Booker sets it up, out to Crump, to Booker. Steps inside the arc, and the 17-footer is good.
Yeah, you just can't go to all 5 people go to the paint in transition against Texas. You can initially, but you got to get out of there quickly and get matched up.
And, of course, Madison Booker continues to show her whereabouts as a defensive player. And, of course, give me that bucket.
Rory Harmon on the right wing. Swings it into the corner, working it to Ayanna Jackson. The bounce pass in. Longhorns almost broke it up. Back to Jackson again. Forward to shoot, and the ball knocked away and stolen by Booker. An All-American move from the All-American who scores.
Yeah, great defense. We've seen Booker block a couple of threes on the perimeter so far this season, and, you know, she's so great in transition.
And the young freshman, Crump, continues to advance in her game because she can score any type of way.
Crump has it. Angling into the front court. Aaliyah going to go all the way down. A little Euro step to get around traffic to score off the glass.
Well, there's the third level right there, Craig. She's hit the 3. She's hit the pull-up jumper, and she goes coast to coast with the layup.
Oh, you heard that beat about to drop in the background. They had Mystical waiting on her. And, of course, Taya Sedbury, who scored 1,000 points in her college career, finishes it with an and one.
Bounce pass over to the left side. Malaya LeSueur sends a pass in, broken up by Crump. Here's Aaliyah, the freshman, bounce pass to the cutting Sidbury, scores with a foul. Great pass in by the freshman Aaliyah Crump into Taya Sidbury. She gets the bucket and one.
Taya Sidbury, 6 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from three-point land, and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. She had 18 points. Justice Carlton comes off the bench along with her and has 12. Kyla Oldacre has 11. Aaliyah Crump with 18. Jordan Lee with 12. Rory Harmon with 7 and 4 assists. And, of course, Madison Booker with 18 points. And the final score, well, they put it on them.
Now with 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. Holmes trying to drive into the paint, spins, turns, fade away off the rim, no good. Rebound Sidbury, and that will do it. Longhorns now 4-0. They top 100 points again. They win big.
Yeah.
Final score this afternoon, the Texas Longhorns 111 and the Texas Southern Lady Tigers 45.
And, Mark, just so we are clear, Texas got 50 points off of turnover, 62 points in the paint, 23 on fast break points, and they got 53 points off of their bench.
Hardge, I know I'm kind of a Debbie Downer, but this Texas basketball team, all it needed was a scoring mentality. And I Coach Vic got on me last year. Well, Mark, we played defense. Hey, he's got scoring now. He's got people that are not afraid to shoot it, and they shoot it at a high rate. With their defensive ability, what I said last year does not matter now. This is a whole new team. You watch them score, and you go, wow, you're going to have trouble with that. And then you add the fact that they may be arguably the best defensive team in women's basketball. I just see nothing but the best. They're a top 4 team, and they're going to stay a top 4 team all season.
Yeah, they're going to continue to get better and better. Obviously, the challenge is going to become from other teams. They've got to get better by the time they get into conference play. There's a lot of games that are going to be going on. Texas men, they went out and won as well, 71-55. I was talking to some fans that actually went to the game on Saturday, and they were saying this wasn't Texas's best game. They didn't look as sharp, but they're going to continue to get better. And right now is your opportunity to win a pair of tickets by using that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Get over there, and we're going to give away a pair of tickets to go to tomorrow night's game against Ryder. Ryder comes into the Moody Center. That game will tip off at 8 o'clock. All you got to do is leave us a voice message. You only got 30 seconds to leave it there. Tell us why you want to go to the game and who you are taking, and you might get the phone call about that game. Texas plays against Ryder on Tuesday. Then they travel to Maui. They're going to the Southwest Maui Invitational that will take place on Monday night. Texas will take on Arizona State, and they will play either the winner or loser, depending on how they do against Arizona State, against Washington State or Chaminade. That game can be heard right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. Like, they had 4 guys on that team that almost had double-doubles. 1 or 2 points away or 2 rebounds away. Like, balance is more important to me than having one guy that can give you 25. You get 4 guys that can give you 10 and 10, whether it's rebounds or assists, it's going to be a hard day for you. And then it's going to come down to who's going to make the less amount of turnovers. And that was another thing where Texas shined, is the fact that they're making other teams turn the ball over more than they're used to turn the ball over, and they're not.
Well, the one thing that you can look at this game, that Texas still scored 71 points, but Tremont Mark didn't have his best game, and Jordan Pope struggled from the field, only making 1 of 11 from the field, and that's not something that he's always going to do. And we'll get a chance to hear from Coach Sean Miller today as he meets with the media before their matchup against Ryder. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. We'll recap some more of this Texas football game, hear from Coach Sark, and of course, take a look around the SEC as Texas A&M does something that they have not done ever, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Mark Henry here. If you want to start your day the sweet way, I have just the place for you. Shipley's Donuts in Dripping Springs. Since 1936, Shipley's has been a Texas tradition, and they've been putting out hot, fresh donuts and kolaches every morning. Swing by 13341 West Highway 290. Open at 5 a.m. daily. Classic glaze, savory kolaches, joy in every bite. You on your way to school, work, practice? Skip the line. Order ahead on the Shipley's app. Fresh, fast, delicious. That's Shipley's in Dripping Springs. Take it from me. They're the best.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Puzelkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
Texas weather can be brutal, so why settle for anything less than tough, reliable protection? Mueller delivers premium steel buildings and residential metal roofing built to handle year-round weather with lasting durability. Whether it's a barn, garage, or your forever home, trust Mueller to design your metal building project with style that stands out. Call Mueller Inc. today or visit MuellerInc.com. Designed strong, designed for Texas.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play. That my worth isn't determined by my performance. That even on my worst day, I am worthy. That you see me learning, growing, and doing my best. And that is enough.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Washington Secondary School Athletic Administrators Association.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. We talked a lot about the Texas Longhorn matchup in Athens, Georgia, where the Longhorns came up 35-10 on the losing end of that, and how they have to get ready for a big matchup against Arkansas, which will kick off right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone this Saturday from DKR Texas Memorial Stadium, starting at 2 o'clock. We also recapped the Texas men's victory over Kansas City, 71-55, and the big win for Texas women's basketball, 111-45 over Texas Southern. Just wanted to make sure that you are aware Coach Sark will have his media availability today, his press conference at 11:15. Make sure you tuned in to AM 1300 The Zone or the always free iHeartRadio app so you can hear what Coach Sark had to say and recap the game against Arkansas and recap the game against Georgia and preview the game against Arkansas. A lot happened in college football this past weekend, but nothing bigger than what happened in Aggie land. The Aggies were down 27 points to South Carolina. You remember the conversation we were having during the break just a minute ago, talking about what this Arkansas game means and how I'm feeling about it? Mm-hmm. I'm sure the folks in Aggie land were feeling the same way when they saw their team down 30-3 going into halftime, only to come from behind to win after trailing 27 points to win the game 31-30. It was an ugly, ugly first half for the Aggies at Texas A&M. South Carolina, and I'm going to tell you the kiss of death was Shane Beamer did an interview talking to the reporter, and he said, yeah, we're not afraid of these guys. We beat them by 24 points last year. They just thought we were just going to come out here and just lay down. We're coming out here to compete. Said that during the interview. Well, so did Texas A&M. They decided they wanted to compete, and they came from behind. This marked, entering Saturday, teams were 0-286 in Southeastern Conference play since 2004 when trailing by 27 points or more. Let me repeat that.
I was just going to ask you.
Let me repeat that.
To repeat that.
Entering Saturday, teams were 0-286 in Southeastern Conference play since 2004 when trailing by 27 points or more. That has been updated. It is 1-286 because the Aggies found a way to get it done. What an unbelievable comeback. Marcel Reed, who had probably the ugliest first half you could possibly have, came back and threw for a career high 439 yards and 3 touchdowns to get that victory. Texas A&M sits at 7-0 in conference play and 10-0 overall, and it seems like they will still be in the top 3 when it comes to the college football rankings. The new top 25 that has come out has Texas A&M at number 3 with receiving 1 vote for being the number 1 team in the land, which is Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. Georgia moves up to number 4. Ole Miss moves up to number 5. Texas Tech is tied at number 6 in the AP poll with Oregon. Oklahoma moves up to number 8. Notre Dame stays the same at number 9. Alabama, number 10. The Texas Longhorns, after their defeat, fall to number 17. So they have some work to do. A new person in the poll, North Texas. North Texas is at number 22 at 9-1. James Madison is at 21. Tennessee is at 20. Virginia is at 19. Michigan is at 18. USC 16 after they struggled, but they went up a little bit. Georgia Tech gets the victory, but they go down. They're sitting at 9-1. Miami 14. Utah Utes sitting at 13. Vanderbilt sitting at number 12. And as I said, the Oklahoma Sooners are sitting at 8. So Texas has its work cut out for them. Oklahoma went into Tuscaloosa to get the victory. Big victory for the Sooners. And a lot of work is still ahead for this Texas Longhorn football team. And speaking of the Texas Longhorn football team, we got a chance to hear more from Coach Sark. And Coach Sark was asked about the struggles when finishing drives, and is this a humble loss?
It's a frustrating loss. I would say that. It's frustrating because you feel like you're prepared to play. I really did. I felt like our players were really engaged, ready to go. I thought our staff was. Everybody was. And like I said, it's a 14-10 game against a really good team on the road. Let's go play the fourth quarter. And us just not playing the fourth quarter anywhere close to what the standard is around here is very disappointing and frustrating. I can't remember the first part.
Just the explosive.
Yeah, again, to your point on that is what I was saying earlier. It's like there were so many kind of self-inflicted things offensively for us that was probably the most frustrating part for me. Because I don't think it was like, man, we couldn't block them. I mean, I felt like we were blocking them okay. I felt like we were getting open. I felt like when we wanted to run it, it was effective. When we wanted to throw it, it was effective. But kind of stubbing our own toe was the frustrating part to me, where, to your point, stacking plays on top of plays. That's what we need to do against quality opponents.
You got to be able to finish strong in those moments. Also, another part of it is what we talked about. Again, Mark, you can't turn this one into another loss. You have to come out and be prepared. And Coach Sark was talking about how things fell apart in the fourth quarter to prevent it from carrying over to this week.
I don't think it'll carry over. We have too much character in that locker room. We got too good of a culture. That part is something that I know the leadership in that locker room. We got a ton of fighters. So that's I got other concerns. That one's not my bigger one.
Yeah. So he says the team's going to be locked in. They're going to be ready to go. And that's the important part of what's next. That's week-to-week improvement, right? We talk about it all the time. You have to be locked in and ready to go. You got to flush it and get ready for the next deal.
Yeah, I'm hopefully we'll see some of the things that we didn't see this Saturday. Love to see jet sweep, end around. Maybe a couple of runs from Arch with a convoy in front of him. Like, just do things that you don't normally do, that you have the tools to do. Texas has all the tools in the tool shed. It's just a matter of saying, you know what, we're gonna put a couple of wrinkles in here. We're gonna do what we haven't done, and those are the things I'm intentionally want to do this to punch you in the face.
So let me ask you this: why do you think? And those are all great. Those are all great. But why do you think it has not happened?
Because of the chance when you run plays like that, there's a chance for turnover. But if you're behind, then you need to do something to spark the team. And that's the thing that in the losses that Texas has had, they haven't done one thing that would spark the team. Georgia, onside kick, what happened? Spark the team. Texas is lacking the spark the team plays. And those are the things, like football is a game of momentum too. They always say it's a game of inches. It's a game of inches when you impose your will. When have you seen Texas impose their will this season? They've had close games. They've not imposed their will on anybody.
Do they have the ability to do that though?
They have all Americans on this team. So yes, they have the tools to do it.
I'm just thinking maybe it's just because this game was so frustrating from the beginning. As you mentioned, the drop passes, the lack of execution, the false starts, the things that have plagued this team all year long. These are things that have happened all season.
When you drop a ball and you get pulled off the field and you don't see the field to the fourth quarter, maybe you'll change you'll catch the ball first.
Or you can still stay out there. You're just not going to be my primary target.
That too.
I mean, that to me, I mean,
like,
Emmett Mosley earned the right.
He earned it. He was
DeAndre Moore earned the right. You have to figure out. You bring in a guy like Andrews, and now injuries. and now he's not even a factor on our team? Like, what am I missing? Like, why is it that we have these types of guys that we were hyping up at the beginning of the year?
How is Georgia's tight ends able to get free reins and wide open throws? Tell me that.
It's a great question, Mark. Great question.
And if you do, then why don't spy them?
There's a lot of questions that need to be answered. And we've talked about this before. When you're in a locker room like that, with the All-Americans, with those types of players, what are we missing that we're not able to execute at a high level? Those are the questions that I'm having. Coming up next, we're going to go to the NFL. Bunch of game winners. And Mark had a question. Is it time to bury the Chiefs? I say no, but we shall see. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Craig Way knows everybody.
We're visiting with Brad Sham, voice of the Cowboys, and all I'm thinking to myself is, Reggie Jackson, you got to do a better job of asking the question.
I think it was our friend Art Haynes to whom he said that.
Yeah, because that's what he followed about. You can take your microphone and your glasses.
You can take your microphone and your glasses, and then he proceeded to tell Art what he could do with all of those things, all of which were physically impossible, even with exaggerated surgery.
Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
About a 10 to 15 minute delay caused by a crash on 290 eastbound at Old Kimbrough Road. Delay start just after FM 973. Looking on to 620 for a new wreck at Anderson Mill Road and driving past the airport on 183 northbound this morning. Your stop and go from D. Gabriel Collins over to Highway 71. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Thomas J. Henry is a proud radio broadcast sponsor of the University of Texas Sports. If you were seriously hurt in an accident, it's important to act fast. Call Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio and Austin, Texas.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug!
Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that won't quit. Push your gameplay beyond performance with Intel Core Ultra processors for the next era of gaming. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E and maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search. Power up at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
As football season continues on and basketball season is taking off, there's no better place to get in on the action than BetOnline, your number one source for all things sports. BetOnline gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment. From pro and college football, basketball, cage fighting, and hockey futures, BetOnline has you covered. And don't forget the VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
Group 1 Ford of South Austin is your go-to dealer for upfront and transparent pricing. We do not have any dealer ads on our huge selection of new Ford vehicles. Our advertised price is our sales price, without the hidden extras other dealerships charge thousands of dollars for. So stop by our showroom today to see and feel the difference with buying at Group 1 Ford of South Austin, Austin's only winner of Ford's prestigious President and Triple Crown Award.
Back to Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
We talked about a lot of college football. Now let's get into the NFL. The NFL started its game wild and woolly north. And as I told you before, I told you on Friday, it was done. I was done with the Atlanta Falcons. If they don't start using Bijan the way that they're supposed to, Bijan had a great game. He had 2 touchdowns, 23 carries, 104 yards. But they lost to the Panthers. They lost to the Panthers once again. The Falcons were my team that I thought was going to shine in the NFC South. All they've done is disappointed me. And so now, after yesterday's loss,
what are you doing?
I am done with the Atlanta Falcons as a team, not Bijan.
Oh, okay.
Bijan is still in there. Bijan is still in there. He's still doing what he do. But that team, that coaching staff, and the way that they use their players.
Say it.
Are not who they are.
They gotta go?
No, I ain't getting rid of them.
Oh.
I'm not jumping out there like that. It's gonna be hard to replace them. Who you gonna get? There's a lot of that going around. They still trying to figure out who they hiring around here. But yesterday, there were a bunch of game winners throughout yesterday's games.
Left hash. It is straight through. The Miami Dolphins win it in Madrid.
Santos puts it up, and it is good! The comeback kid, Chicago Bears, do it again!
From 28, and Carolina has won. He's already made 4 today. Lutz in the clutch, and the Broncos have won it.
Matthew Wright for the win. The kick. Right down Broadway, through the heart of Nashville. And what a performance by the Texans behind Davis Mills as Cam Ward brings his team back to a tie. 1-9 are the Titans, as 5-5 and playoff hopeful Houston Texans will get out of here with a victory.
As you heard, a lot of those matchups came down to the very end, a bunch of clutch kicks. Yesterday, the 49ers defeated the Arizona Cardinals 41-22. Jacoby Brissett for the Cardinals threw the ball 57 times and had 47 completions, 452 yards, but it was not enough as Brock Purdy made his appearance once again back as the starting quarterback and threw 3 touchdown passes as they won 41-22. You also started the day, as you heard, with that game in Madrid where the Dolphins win 16-3. You'll hear, that's right, folks, you're definitely going to hear from our guy, Mike McDaniel, as he talked about the victory.
Well, it was a privilege to be here in the first place. What an incredible city. I was finally able to get out into the city a little bit on Friday and just overwhelmed with the culture, I've never been in a city this big and this clean before. And you want to talk about some good bread. Anywhere I go, there's awesome bread. So, but to play here, to be the inaugural game was a privilege, and we really wanted to bring it home with a win. So it was a very good team win that we felt honored to be here and glad we came up with a W.
Guys, I just want to let y'all know that was not AI. That's really him. That is really him. Yes, he said a city is big.
Yeah.
And clean.
I've never been in a city.
I've never been.
Yes.
And with great bread.
Great bread, Mark.
How about the architecture?
He wasn't there for the architecture. He was there for the bread.
I've been to Barcelona. I've been to Madrid and Catalonia. And the first thing that strikes you is the architecture.
Yeah.
The narrow streets with the bricks and the rock.
Not for Mike McDaniel.
No cracks. The roads have been there for 1,000 years.
It's clean.
But did you try the bread?
But I didn't try the bread.
Obviously. Because that would have been the first thing you was thinking. You was not. You was not, Mark. You was not. Mike McDaniel is the best tour guide that you could have. He's in charge of.
You know what they need to do? They need to limit his microphone time.
No. We need Mike McDaniel.
We do need that for the show.
We need that.
I'm just.
What would Mike do? He would eat bread. He would eat bread on a trip to Madrid.
Would you like
Spain.
to hang out with him?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I want to hear him in thought. I want to hear him.
That is thought. You want to hear him without having to think. You just want him to be himself.
Yeah.
That right there, he's trying to not say anything wrong.
And then he does.
Right.
Every single time. Or he doesn't say anything at all.
Right.
Guys,
he was very active on the sideline during that game yesterday.
I'm very happy to be here. I mean, hopefully, Mike is, very aware of himself.
Yep.
And Marcus is, doing a great job on the board, and maybe he'll do something that we haven't seen him do before.
Here's the real question for you.
He says stuff that's so crazy to say.
Here's the real question for you. Does he keep his job?
Even with these 3 wins in a row, I do not think he keeps his job because of what we're talking about right now. He has overwhelmed himself with failure as a coach, but also confusion and lack of leadership and the inability to put a clear thought together. Like, how do you want that guy leading your team? If I'm a Pro Bowl defensive tackle and I walk into the locker room and everybody's making jokes about my coach at the podium after the game, I'm like, why y'all keep letting him talk?
Yeah.
Why? We're a laughing stock. If you're the general manager of the team, you should go too, because you hired him.
Well, he already is gone, which is
why.
I
forgot they did
they got rid of him, which is why people are saying
my last statement.
He is going to be gone because it's not the GM who's going to take over It's not his guy.
Oh, no.
So you're going to end up seeing possible change there.
Ain't no use of firing him now because then you make ruffles. But just let him finish the season out.
So here's two things.
Bless you.
Two things that I almost got to pull my hamstring.
I've done it.
I'm old. But you sit here and you look at the Bears. The Bears, what they were able to do. They win again. They go into Minnesota. They are sitting at 7-3. You heard the game-winning field goal. They win 19-7. But the story has to be what happened to the Chargers. The Chargers lose the game to the Jacksonville Jaguars, 35-6. The Chargers, a team that needed this victory because of what's going on in the AFC, where the Denver Broncos defeat the Chiefs. Mark thinks we need to put dirt on the Chiefs. The Broncos win again and are sitting at 9-2, 6-0 at home, and finding a way to get it done. Is it pretty? Nope, not even close. But if you had to look at it and a game was on the line, you would have to look at the Broncos and them being able to sit at 9-2 in the AFC West. Chargers sitting at 7-4. You look at Jacksonville in the AFC South, they are sitting at 6-4 with the Indianapolis Colts at 8-2. The Pittsburgh Steelers get the victory, but they may be without Aaron Rodgers as he thinks he has a fracture in his left wrist. They're sitting at 6-4. And, of course, the New England Patriots at 9-2. Buffalo Bills, 7-3. Just like we thought it was going to happen. All those teams that we're talking about, we all thought they were going to be there. Nope. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't do well.
Nope, we did not. Coming up next, we'll hear from the world's strongest man as he brings us his world's strongest take. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
The left lane is now blocked off by an accident on I-35 northbound at Kyle Crossing, causing a 10-minute backup from FM 150. We're seeing delays on both sides of 620 northbound and southbound due to a crash at Anderson Mill Road, but some good news on 183 southbound. The earlier problem at Oak Knoll Drive has cleared. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
While the band's rocking and the fans hit the snack line, one legend keeps the energy alive, and it's from his house, with the remote in one hand and a Bud Light in the other. He rewinds every big play like a coach with popcorn. Halftime? Nah, it's always going to be showtime. We call him the halftime hero. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When the news overwhelms, clarity matters. NBC News looks deeper and listens wider. Clear reporting, free from opinion. NBC News, reporting for America.
Not today, cough and chest congestion. Most medicines let mucus build back up after 4 hours. With just one pill, Mucinex 12-Hour works continuously to break up mucus and move it up and out. Mucinex 12-Hour. Rid the congestion. Kill the cough. Use as directed. Kill the cough with Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Johnny Rinse tonight, and I need it more. I can't rest the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. The sweat dead short smells like a dog bar. And Downy Rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
if you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, areas of patchy fog early, becoming sunny for your Monday afternoon, a high in the upper 80s. Cloudy tonight, a low of 72. Tuesday, morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, a high of 87.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical in 20628.
Get all your home fall tune-ups from Abacus for only $49 each. A water heater flush, an AC tune-up, an electrical panel inspection, or a mainline drain cleanout, but only at Abacus. You can count on us.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Celebrate the season with the very best Christmas music ever made with iHeart Christmas. All your favorites 100% commercial free. Just open the app and search Holiday to find iHeart Christmas. Plus other holiday stations and playlists to put you in a merry mood. Open the app and search Holiday to start listening.
Texas women's basketball plays here.
You heard that beat drop? You know what that means. WWE Hall of Famer, World's Strongest Man, the Mark Henry, brings you the World's Strongest Man. Take it away, big fella. Hard. What's up, man? You know what time it is? It's time for the World's Strongest Man. By the World's Strongest Man. Because back then they didn't know me. Now I'm not. They all want me. Well, guys, I know y'all probably thought after seeing Caleb Williams win and go from worst to first in the North, in the NFC North, that I would be talking about Caleb. You would be wrong. Because I might have over-exaggerated when I said that I was going to be positive today. Especially being that Marcus didn't like it very much. The Kansas City Chiefs, Hardge, they're 5-5, 500 for the first time in many, many years, even before Andy Reid. It's crazy. The fact that they are 5-5 and they are closer to the Las Vegas Raiders, they're closer to the Tennessee Titans. Okay, nobody's close to them. The Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Miami Dolphins, who we largely consider them to be a laughingstock. That's who they're close to. They're not close to New England Patriots, who are 9-2. Or Buffalo, who's 7-3.
They're not close to even the Pittsburgh Steelers in the North at 6-4. They're not close to Indy, who's 8-2, and Jacksonville Jaguars that are 6-4. They're a bargain basement team in the NFC. And Hardge, I think it's time to break out the shovels and put dirt on the Kansas City Chiefs for this season. What say you?
Not doing it. Not putting them down. Can't do it. Won't do it. Still believe there's an outside chance of them being able to get themselves into the playoffs. This is going to be the challenge, though, for me, Mark. They lost to the Buffalo Bills, 1-score game. They lost to the Denver Broncos yesterday in a 1-score game. You know the difference in those?
What's that?
Last year in those 1-score games, they won them. They won 11 1-score games last year. Now they're on the losing end of it. The loss to the Eagles, 1-score early in the season. Loss to the Chargers, 1-score game. I guess you could say it was the flip of the script where you knew you couldn't survive on those 1-score games. The thing that needs to change for them is next week. If they lose next week against the Colts, who are 8-2, then you can say you can put some dirt on them. You look at the Cowboy game, Thanksgiving Day, they play the Cowboys. They beat the Cowboys. They're still in it if they win that game. Then they play the Texans. They can win that one. Chargers, I just told you, they got boat raced by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then they play the terrible Titans. Then they finish up with the Broncos and the Raiders.
Why you didn't mention the Houston?
I did.
Texans. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
You think that they can beat the Texans and they can beat the Colts? They may be able to beat the Cowboys. Maybe.
I do believe that. They're still the Kansas City Chiefs. The thing is, Damian Woody said it. Nobody's scared of them anymore. Nobody's afraid of what the Chiefs bring to the table anymore. Does Patrick Mahomes need to play better? Absolutely. Do they need to have some sort of running game? Absolutely. But you can't tell me with all those weapons that they have, and they have a plethora of weapons. Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, Noah Brown, Kareem Hunt. Yes. And they still have Patrick and Andy Reid.
I'm going to hit you with two things.
Come on.
They lost something.
Ouch.
They lost something very, 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 very valuable.
What's that?
Pacheco. When they lost Pacheco, they lost that grinder that gets those tough yards. And not having that is exposed them as a one-dimensional team. And in NFL, you cannot be one-dimensional. And the second thing, Patrick Mahomes has become predictable. So when they put him in a predictable spot, he can't recover. They know that they could drop 8. And then when he starts to scramble, then they come up. It's not good for him because it forces him to run more clock. They're allowing Patrick to scramble and run because they know that he's going to affect the game because they're usually behind. If that's the case and that's the strategy, let's get a lead and let's force them to run the clock. Don't let them hit us deep. We know they have deep. We know they have deep weapons.
Right.
Let's don't let them do it. They're sending 3-man rush at him and forcing him to run and scramble. He's getting tired is what's happening.
Well, I think anybody would have been tired in Denver. That air is a little bit thin. But to your point, I still believe that this can be a playoff team. And if they do get in the playoffs, what do you want to face that?
No. because Patrick is dangerous and they have weapons. But the NFL, more than any league in any sport, the offense is always ahead of the defense. And then the defense catches up. And when they catch up? The playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And Patrick, God bless you, but I'm going to the garage and get the shovel. That's where I keep it. It's in the garage, right by the door.
I'm glad you don't keep it in the house.
Hey, you gonna help me? You gonna help me dig this hole?
Nope, not part of that one. Hey, hard. But any other one, possibly.
You want to see a dead body?
I'm not looking at it. I refuse. I can't accept that yet.
The Chiefs, they right over there in the bush.
Are they just like the Cowboys?
Hey.
Speaking of the Cowboys, they're coming up next. They play tonight, and we will talk about it because they are getting some reinforcements. And I need to make sure one thing is true. I'll tell you about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
One time when Bill Schoening and I were doing a Tuesday night game, and there was an umpire behind the plate, Tom Jenkins. And Tom was a rather corpulent fellow, and he lets a pitch go in there. And you hear this pop again. He goes, ball two. Then crystal clear that our field mic picked up was some fan yelling, Jenkins, you fat.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The left lane is now blocked off by an accident on I-35 northbound at Kyle Crossing, causing a 10-minute backup from FM 150. We're seeing delays on both sides of 620 northbound and southbound due to a crash at Anderson Mill Road, but some good news on 183 southbound. The earlier problem at Oak Knoll Drive has cleared. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Starting my day off on the right foot is a big deal. I have to be on my game to give you infotainment, and that starts by taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beats Heart Chews from Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You've probably seen their logo on the football field and on the volleyball court. Yep, that Human. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure and nearly 2 times more effective than just diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great and they're easy to take, and they become a part of my daily routine. Super Beats Heart Chews are also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now and even gives you a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/Mike to check it out. That's human.com, Mike, human with 2 N's. Enter the promo code Mike at checkout and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews. Lunch hour? Fuel up fast with Lunch at the Lounge at Twin Peaks. Bite into the juicy cheeseburger and fries, fresh chicken Caesar salad, or a turkey avocado smash with sweet potato fries. Hearty, quick, and made to satisfy. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
And Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable Beads to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our family safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
It's the Craig Way Show with Craig Way and Cameron Parker. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. If you missed any part of the morning kickoff, all you got to do is get over to the podcast page, wherever you get your podcast. But of course, it's best to have it on the always free iHeart app. You can get us there. We're number 1 on your preset, so make sure that you check it out. Also, make sure you tuned in all afternoon long. We will have Coach Sark meeting with the media at 11:15. But it will be starting with myself, Craig Way, and Cam Parker as we get you ready for Coach Sark's meeting with the media availability this afternoon as they recap the Georgia Bulldog game and, of course, preview the big game against Arkansas as we will be back on Bevo Boulevard this weekend starting at 11:30 right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone, as we are the home of the Texas Longhorns. Make sure you tuned in this afternoon from 2 to 5 with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, and the Craig Way Show, and they, too, will give you an opportunity to win a pair of tickets to go see Ryder this week. Matter of fact, we're going to give you another opportunity to win a pair of tickets right now. All you got to do is get over to that always free iHeartRadio app, tap that red microphone, and leave us a voice message talking about why you would like those tickets and who you will be taking with you to that matchup. Mark, tonight, tonight, the Dallas Cowboys, which you can be heard on 98.1.
They're in Texas.
KVET. Well, they're in Las Vegas. They'll be taking on the Raiders Monday Night Football, and all signs point to one Texas Longhorn, DeMarvion Overshown, being able to be back on the field once again.
I think it's going to be really, really good for the Cowboys, being that you're going to have a fresh linebacker that actually knows how to play linebacker, playing with another guy that was an all-pro linebacker last year. And being that you have to double team one of those defensive tackles for the Cowboys now, I think this is going to be a big change for them. But I don't see them being like the top defense in the league, but I think they'll be a hell of a lot better than they was the previous game.
Well, this will also be the first game since the death of Marshawn Nealon. Obviously, this is going to be an emotional time for the Dallas Cowboys. They spoke about it earlier last week when they got back to practice and was just, trying to work their way through all of this. So never want to go out there in a situation like that or ever have to deal with something like that. But this is also the first game that defensive standout Quinnen Williams will be playing for the Dallas Cowboys. You brought up the fact of trying to double team, and if you're going to be able to double team. The ironic thing about the Dallas Cowboys is they're in second place in the AFC East still.
Right.
NFC East. They are in second place behind the Philadelphia Eagles, who won last night against Detroit. They're sitting at 8-2. Cowboys still, I'm not even going to go there. It's not even worth the time. They need to go out there.
They still have life. They're in a better situation than the Chiefs.
Can we use the same? What?
They're in a better situation than the Chiefs. They're ranked number 2 in their conference. If they can win out, just like you were saying, ifs and buts. If the Chiefs can win, if the Cowboys win out, they will be number 2 and they will be in that wild card spot. They will not be. They'll be all right. The Chiefs, they're like in 6th place.
Cowboys are in 7th.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here looking at it. They got to play the Raiders tonight. Then they play against the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Lions, the Vikings. They'll beat the Chargers. And the Commanders. They'll win the last 2 games of the year.
Oh, wow. Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
I don't believe that. I think that
Mike, you always come in here with these down questions.
Always, Mike. Shut up, Mike. Like this.
Shut up, Mike.
It's horrible. Horrible take by you. You just did that to upset me. You just did that to upset me. That's all you did. You threw gasoline and then went, "Hey, Marcus, let me borrow a match." That's what you just did. The Cowboys are gonna win, Mike. Just win, baby. Not for the Raiders, but for the Cowboys.
Hey, look. The only reason why I am even close to being remotely excited about tonight's game is we get a chance to
We're gonna have
see
8 wins.
We're gonna finish with 8.
Yeah.
Then maybe I can cash that ticket that I've been saying about. It says 7.5 wins, over under 7.5.
What's up, Trevor?
We're sitting here right now, and DeMarvion Overshown, as we talked about, is going to get his chance to play. He will be Agent Zero once again. He said that he will probably cry when he walks out onto that football field because of the journey that he's been on, the things that he's gone through, the struggles with the injuries, and still trying to be positive to get back out there. The one question that I need to have asked, if he come out there with them short shorts on again, I'm going to have a real issue.
No thigh pads, no knee pads.
And don't be fooled because he's wearing tights. You're going to be like, oh, no, he had on long. No. I've seen videos. He is out there wearing them Oklahoma kicker shorts. And if he comes out here, and I am going to roast him if this happens. Overshown, please, please, please do not come out there with them spandex on and try to pull it off as some football pads.
Equipment.
No, bro. Do not do that. And I've seen you in your little cowboy boots. I've seen you in your jeans. You like Huggies. You like stuff that you like stuff to where they see your heartbeat. He was wearing your jersey from when you went to Barbados.
I don't condone any of the things that Mike is saying right now. This is not me. This is him Why are you criticizing my Cowboys?
No, I'm criticizing. Man, hold on.
I had 2 positive things to say, and I'm scared to say them now because my take will be misconstrued with what you said.
Well, here's the deal, Mark. I'm on one because I'm upset. This has not been the weekend of football that I needed. I need more. I went to the Spurs game yesterday, and Wemby didn't even play.
I'm sorry about that, man.
So it's been rough. It's been
a rough weekend for you.
And if the Cowboys come out here and DeMarvion Overshown,
they're going to help you. The Cowboys are going to win this game.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you those 2 reasons real quick.
All right.
The cornerbacks are not going to be on an island for 4 seconds now. They're going to be playing closer. And secondly, the linebackers are going to be able to cover these other guys, and tackle. The other linebackers, those guys were working at Home Depot last week. So now you have two legitimate Pro Bowl style linebackers. I think the Cowboys defense is going to be fine.
Okay. Well, we'll see. And we'll have all of that recap tomorrow morning right here on the Morning Kickoff. We'll also recap Coach Sark's media availability. We'll hear from Sean Miller. And, of course, it's Tuesday, so we will definitely hear from Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. We'll be better tomorrow, folks. Peace. Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate.